The story begins with a boy named Max, whose mother was waking him up for school. As soon as he woke up, Max asked, "When are we going to get a dog?" His mother replied, "We're not going to do anything like that because you don't even clean your room. I'll have to do all the work." Upon arriving at school, Max started walking towards his seat, but Dean, a boy who often teased Max, knocked him down. Meanwhile, a brilliant scientist, Alex, was giving a demo of her nanobots. She had created a nanobot equipped with advanced AI. This robot could help humans with all sorts of tasks. She had done a great job, and soon her project would receive more funding. A few hours later, Myron, the leader of a major criminal gang, learned about this nanobot. His men explained that if they had this robot, it would be easier to rob bank accounts and control the stock market. Myron realized how powerful they would become if they had this robot in their hands. He then ordered his men to call Gecko. Gecko was his most important agent, and Myron wanted him to complete the mission. Meanwhile, Gecko began climbing the lab building. Using his special gadgets, he managed to climb the building wall and deftly cut through the window glass, sneaking inside. He moved like a spider on the ceiling. He used his nameplate to bypass the security lasers. He aimed a special laser at the CCTV camera, blocking its motion sensors. Gecko finally reached the place where all the nanobots were kept. Just as Gecko was about to plug his decoder into the machine, a guard arrived. Seeing him, Gecko hid. But then the device opened, and its sound caught the guard's attention. Gecko immediately attacked the guard and fled. But then a loud alarm started ringing. Gecko picked up the cylinder and ran inside the building, avoiding the guard. Just then, Max arrived at his night spot. He would often draw on the wall while listening to music. Gecko, evading the guards, reached a bridge where he was surrounded by guards. Gecko cleverly shoved a flashlight into one guard's eyes and then quickly attacked them. He was facing both guards simultaneously. But during the fight, he dropped a nanocylinder from the bridge. Max found it below and thought it might be a paint spray. Max was shocked, having never seen such a spray. Up above, Gecko knocked out both guards and began escaping through the pipes. Meanwhile, Max was using the cylinder on the wall, astonished because everything he imagined was automatically forming. But soon, the spray ran out. All the nanobots had come out of the cylinder. Max then threw it away. Just then, Gecko came looking for the cylinder. He found it, picked it up, and left with Max. But then suddenly, the dog that Max had drawn on the wall came out of the wall because they were actually all nanobots. A little while later, Gecko arrived with the cylinder and handed it to his boss, but Myron was confused because there was nothing inside the cylinder. It was completely empty. Meanwhile, Max was returning home, and the robot dog began following him. The dog accidentally dropped the trash can, and when Max looked back, it became invisible. Max thought he might be being followed by a dangerous man, so he panicked and ran back to his house. After a while, the police arrived at the lab to investigate. Alex wandered the area, trying to understand how the theft happened. Then she met her partner, Skyva. Skyva told her that the guards tried hard to catch the criminal, but the thief was so dangerous that he eluded everyone. Alex said, "I made those nanobots. I don't need the police. I'll find them myself." In the morning, Gecko returned to the same bridge area where he had seen Max painting. He was now searching for Max, wondering where the boy who had been painting yesterday had gone. While searching for Max, he noticed a wall and remembered that the dog painting he had done last night was now missing. This meant those nanorobots must have had something to do with that boy. It's all about that. The next morning, as Max left for school, the robot dog had disappeared and was following him. Dean and his mischievous friends arrived and began harassing Max for no reason. They threw all of Max's belongings to the ground and then started leaving. Poor Max, desperately, started picking up his things. Then he saw his pencil box float in the air and then hit Dean on the head. Enraged, Dean returned with his friends to teach Max a lesson, but the robot dog had disappeared and came to Max's rescue. He grabbed Max's bag and wielded it as if he were a martial artist. With the dog's help, Max took his revenge in action hero style, killing all 3 boys. Sonia, watching from a distance, was completely impressed by Max's fighting style. It was a 2-bird kill, as Max also had a crush on Sonia. Meanwhile, in the lab, Alex was watching the CCTV footage and seeing Gecko's impressive fighting style said, "I should make this guy my head of security." Then she developed a special device that could deactivate the nanobots, making it much easier to retrieve them. A little while later, Max entered a bookstore and began browsing through items. He was still unaware that the robot dog was following him. When Max reached into his pocket, he realized he had no money to buy anything. The shopkeeper asked him if he had money for the items he was picking up. Seeing that the man was speaking loudly to Max, the dog opened a packet of marbles, causing the shopkeeper to slip and fall. Seeing this, Max immediately ran away. The shopkeeper thought the boy was up to something. He chased Max, but the dog snatched his pants. Alex, searching for her nanobots, discovered they were somewhere in the same area. She immediately went to the shop because of the strong signal coming from there. Upon reaching the shop, she asked the owner if he could show her the CCTV recording. The shop owner said, "If you're a policewoman, show me the warrant or run away." But Alex was a brilliant scientist. She secretly copied all the recordings using her smart bracelet. Sometime later, Max arrived at the bridge where he'd been last night. He noticed on the wall that the drawing he'd made yesterday wasn't there. Suddenly, the robot dog appeared before him and began talking to him like a human. Terrified, Max fell down. The robot scanned Max and said, "You look scared. There's no need to be. I'm here for you. Tell me if you have any problems, and take a few deep breaths, and it'll be easier to relax." But poor Max still panicked and ran away. Back home, Max lay down on his bed, thinking, what a strange dog that was. Thankfully, he survived. But the dog was still in his room. He explained that he was made of many nanobots and would do anything to help his owner. Confused, Max asked, "Why are you calling me your master?" The dog replied, "You created me using that cylinder as a spray paint can." Max quickly realized that it was this dog who had helped him there. "That's why I was fighting like Bruce Lee." He scolded the dog further, saying, "I was living my dirty life comfortably, wasn't it? Now, next time those boys will see me, they'll beat me up." Anyway, Max saw on his computer that a huge drawing competition was going to be held in the city, in which the winner would receive a seat in a very special course, all free of charge. Max briefly considered taking part, but then sat down, feeling dejected, thinking, "I won't be able to do it. The great artists will be there." Meanwhile, Alex was checking the security recordings in her car when she received another alert that the nanobots were up to something. Meanwhile, the robot dog was scanning all of Max's drawings so that he could register on the competition website under Max's name. The next day, Gecko returned to the same bridge and started asking people there if they had seen such a small boy. He had golden hair, but no one knew anything about Max. Gecko was worried about how to find those nanobots. At home, Max was talking to his new dog. The dog told him, "I can hide my identity. If you want, I'll become a normal dog. No one will know I'm a robot." Max then took him to the park for a walk and told him to be quiet, because no one would know. "You shouldn't walk, you are an AI robot." Hearing this, the dog gave Max an earbud. With its help, both of them can talk to each other. Just then, Alex came to the park, and as soon as she saw it, she understood that these were her nanobots. She started making a video of the dog. When Max was walking with his dog, Sonia came there. Sonia started loving the dog and asked, "Who is this baby?" "What is its name?" Max immediately replied, "Foxer. His name is Foxter." They were talking when Sonia's friends called her. She told Max, "We're going to the art festival. We'll meet later sometime. Okay?" With that, Sonia left. Just then, Foxter noticed his heart rate dropping a bit after the girl left. "What's the matter, sir? Are you in love with her? Do you want to talk to her?" Max explained to Foxter that she had a boyfriend. "That thug, wasn't he? She's his girlfriend. If he even comes near me, he'll beat me up." Meanwhile, Alex was following them in the car. Listening to their conversation through her tracking device, she considered deactivating Foxter. She almost drew her gun, but then an idea came to her. Why not let this thing run as an experiment? This will also show the real-life benefits of these robots. Meanwhile, Gecko searched everywhere, but Max couldn't find him, and Myron's pressure was increasing. Later, Foxter told Max. He persuaded him to come to the arts festival. That girl had told you something, and that was a signal to come. While wandering around the festival, Foxter quickly found Sonia in the crowd. Max saw Dean also participating in the dance competition. When Max saw Dean winning the competition and Sonia cheering for him, he felt sick and sad. Max didn't want to stay there even for a moment. But Foxter stopped him and said, "Come with me. I have an idea to impress the girl." He wanted to make Max a hero in Sonia's eyes. They both went to a large warehouse. Foxter used his powers to completely change Max's clothes and implanted some nanobots inside his body, allowing him to control his body to some extent. With his new stylish look, Max began climbing a large wall and performing strange stunts. He also used spray paint to create a large drawing. Initially, no one understood what he was doing, but his amazing art was drawing people to him. Max finished the painting with remarkable style. Soon Sonia realized it was his. A little while later, Gecko also arrived at the festival. Seeing Dean, Gecko showed Max's signature next to the drawing and asked, "Do you know this?" Dean was already irritated with Max, so he told him everything about Max. Sonia showed Max the drawing she had found at the theater and asked, "Did you draw it?" On the way home, Max told Foxer to disappear. His mother didn't like animals in the house, but he didn't know that Gecko was also watching him. Then Gecko discovered that Foxer could magically disappear. As Max entered, he saw his parents arguing. He overheard them saying they were moving to another city soon. This angered Max. He said, "If you want to go, then you both should go. I'm not going anywhere." With that, he ran outside. His father tried to pacify him, but he ran out of the house. Meanwhile, Alex and Gecko were watching. Soon, Gecko found some nanobots left by Foxer. Max was still running ahead of his father. He ran across the street, his father following him, but a speeding car hit them. Seeing this, Max's mother screamed for help. Hearing his mother's voice, Max turned and panicked. Alex looked at Foxer, astonished, knowing that if Foxer had wanted to, he could have easily prevented this accident. A little while later, Gecko arrived at Myron's with the nanobots. Myron was overjoyed to see them. He planned to study them and create more such nanobots. At the hospital, Max and his mother were waiting in the corridor. The doctor informed him that his father was out of danger, but he would have to be admitted for a few days. Outside, Max met Foxer and asked, "Why didn't you save my father?" "No," Foxer replied. "You're my master. I was just following you. You were running away from your family, so I didn't think it was right to interfere." Max became even more angry. He placed the earpiece near Foxer and said, "Now I am not your master." Hearing this, Foxer became deeply saddened and turned himself invisible. Meanwhile, Myron was pressuring his scientists to create many more nanobots like this. Just then, Gecko met Myron and said, "Pick up the boy and bring him to me." Gecko said it wasn't the boy's fault. He didn't even know where the dog came from. But Myron said, "It doesn't matter to me. Bring the boy to me." Gecko was forced to leave. He wasn't evil at heart. He didn't want to do this. Myron also assigned his other man, Igor, to the same task. At the hospital, Max learned that his father had regained consciousness. When Max spoke to him, they said, "We won't be moving. Just be happy and don't try to run away like this again." His father also admitted, "We shouldn't have made such a big decision without talking to him." A little while later, when Max left, Foxer was still waiting for him. Foxer was reminiscing about the moments he had spent with his master. After a while, Max approached him and said, "What's done is done. From now on, remember that saving human lives is always the most important thing. No matter what else is going on, nothing is more important than life." As soon as he finished speaking, Sonia arrived. She had come to meet Max and check on his father. She was delighted to hear that Max's father was doing well. When Max asked about Dean, Sonia said, "I'm not his girlfriend. He lies about everything." Just then, they saw a man parking his car in front of the hospital. Max told him, "Uncle, don't park here. If an ambulance suddenly arrives, it'll be a problem." But the driver ignored Max's advice. To impress Sonia, Foxter came up with an idea. He sneaked inside the car, put his earbud in Max's ear, and told him to quickly get his friend into the car. Max was initially a little nervous, but then began to trust Foxter's plan and drove the sports car out of the parking lot. Soon, Gecko and Igor were following them. Noticing their suspicious behavior, Alex followed. Max splashed water on some kids passing by. It was none other than Dean and his friends. They were driving around in a fun car, unaware that two gangsters were chasing them. Meanwhile, Alex discovered from Igor's license plate that he was a fugitive from Interpol. This frightened Alex, and she decided to use her pulse gun to stop Igor before he could hurt anyone. But at the last moment, Alex missed the target, firing a magnetic pulse in the front direction. Gecko's bike suddenly stopped, and he fell off, while Max and Sonia's car crashed onto the side of the road. Max asked Sonia if she was all right, after which he yelled at Foxer, "You bastard, you don't know how to drive properly." Sonia was terrified, wondering who he was talking to. Just then, Igor arrived, posing as a policeman, and took Sonia and Max with him, promising to drop them home safely. Meanwhile, Alex immediately rushed to help Foxer, who had been severely weakened by the magnetic pulse. When Foxer realized Alex had created him, he declared, "We must save Max, no matter what." He explained, "Max still has his earbud in his ear. We can track his location." Meanwhile, Gecko, unwilling to put the children's lives in danger. He was a thief, but he wasn't that bad. He decided to go alone and rescue Max and Sonia. Meanwhile, at his base, Myron was asking Max and Sonia about Foxer. To waste their time, Max lied, saying the robot was in the hospital. Finally, frustrated, Igor locked them both up and snatched the earbud from Max's ear. Igor could now easily hear Alex and Foxer's conversation. Soon, Foxer, along with Gecko, disappeared and entered Myron's hideout. But he didn't know that Igor had also captured Alex outside. Gecko tried to behave strangely. When they reached the place where Max and Sonia were being held, Igor told the guards to quickly catch the robot dog. But Foxer, using his powers, began to fight them. He was disappearing and indiscriminately attacking them. Gecko was also helping him with the equipment from the gym. Eventually, Foxer imprisoned all three of them and freed Max and Sonia. Everyone tried to escape as quickly as possible, but at the last moment, Myron used a tube. Inside, they captured Foxter, after which everyone else failed to escape. Myron picked up Sonia and threatened to throw her off the building. He wanted Alex to reprogram Foxter. To save Sonia's life, Alex agreed. Seeing the opportunity, Alex asked Gecko for help. Gecko said, "Yes, I have a plan." When they arrived at the lab, Alex asked Myron, "What do you want the nanobot to do? What should I program it?" Meanwhile, Gecko turned on the recorder on his phone to record Myron's dangerous plans, so they would have evidence to give to the police. Alex then said, "Okay, I'll make it dangerous, but to program it, the tube will have to be removed first." But as soon as the tube attached to Foxter was removed, Gecko attacked the controller with a nearby fire extinguisher, destroying part of the lab. Foxter immediately used his super speed to freeze all the criminals, freezing them one by one. He quickly went to Max and said, "Give me the order to disintegrate, because I don't want to work for Myron under any circumstances."
With a heavy heart, Max told Foxer to disintegrate.
But before leaving, Foxter said, "I will always be with you," and then Foxter immediately disintegrated into thousands of pieces. Enraged by this, Myron punched Gecko unconscious and told Igor to quickly call a helicopter. Myron grabbed Sonia and took her to the rooftop. Max tried to stop him, but he couldn't. Before boarding the plane, Myron threw Sonia down. Suddenly, all of Foxer's nanobots entered Max's body, and Max began hearing Foxer's voice in his mind, encouraging him to fight. Max immediately attacked Myron, launching a barrage of attacks at him. But suddenly, he heard Sonia scream. She was falling rapidly. Max realized he had to finish this as quickly as possible. Myron threw a large rock at Max, but Max caught it in one swift motion and finally knocked out Myron with a powerful punch. He then immediately ran to save Sonia, using his super speed to save her at the last moment. After having Myron arrested, Alex sealed all the nanobots back into the cylinder. Finally, Alex asked Gecko, "Will you work for me? I need a security head." To which Gecko immediately agreed. The next day, Max received a letter stating that he had won a drawing competition. He was overjoyed. His parents gave him a gift for this happy occasion, a small puppy that looked exactly like Foxer. If you enjoy what we do here, please like the video and subscribe to this channel to keep us motivated. See you on the next video.